Alright. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We've got a banging series today. It's come in highly recommended from a very exciting Korean weekly tournament, week number 168. Down in the bottom left side, we've got Hero representing Dragons, Phoenixes, and Gaming. Or actually, I guess Dragon Kaiser Gaming now. And he's playing on his barcode account on his Hero clan because the guy just is too lazy to actually join his team's bloody account. I don't know. Up here in the top right, actually with the clan tag representing Dragon Kaiser Gaming, it is Oliveira. Man, now I feel like I need to check if Hero is actually on it or not. But oh god, Hero's going to do his gold base build. Oh, so he's going double gas one base to make it look like he's proxying if Oliveira scouts, but he's actually going for the gold nexus. And this is predictable. SOS Hero, you give these guys a map with a gold base in PvT, they will always take it. Oliveira, you better have a good game plan to deal with this, mate. Marine into reactor, it's reasonably solid, but it's all about he needs to apply follow-up pressure either to this mineral line or the main base and get damage done, or he's going to be in big trouble because Hero, he's a mad dog. He might take the other gold base as well. And I guarantee you he's going to do some nasty things to you if you let him get control of this situation. Notice he cues the adepts to pop on the inside of the wall. And he's going to go across the map very quickly. Factory goes down here. Nice timing for Oliveira. Now, Oliveira with his standard build usually delays the second gas, I was going to say. But he's doing the quicker second gas version. That usually tells us he'll go starport before second barracks, but not necessarily. Sometimes it just means he, just wants to be able to build tech lab units a bit more frequently. Maybe build a cyclone, then a siege tank, then another tank straight away. And Stargate goes up at the proxy as well. So Hero with his first scout comes in, sees a Marine. I think he's feeling pretty good because his opponent has no idea what's going on right now. Notice he's over probing the main base. Of course, he's going to recall in about 15 seconds as soon as that Nexus is finished. And meanwhile, double Reaper. So he goes 3 Marines into double Reaper and a Hellion. Oh, Oliveira, you cheeky boy. What are you up to, mate? And does he build another 2 Reapers after those 2? Oh, Starport does go down. Oliveira, what is this build? He's going Marines afterwards. Okay, good to know. Recall does come in. Already straight to 10 probes on that base. You could argue he's recalled maybe 1 or 2 more probes than he needed to. Excuse me. As obviously that base is almost saturated. This one still needs about 5 more. The Marines come forward. Did you just get the Adept? No, the Adept is where? Okay, he's got 2 Adepts on the high ground. They should be able to... Oh... I was going to say they should be able to defend, but only if he micros him pretty quickly. He's got a 3rd Adept out, but I think that's over at the other base. There's no battery here, man. This is Oliveira's first scout of the game, and it's straight into the main base. There's no battery here. You're going to have to pull the probes. Luckily, the Hellion's dead, which means there's no big splash damage, but you have to pull your probes here. The Oracle goes in. It gets 2 SCVs. That's not enough damage, man. Oh, good micro with the Marines and the Reapers. He even gets rid of the Adept, which means the Reapers can micro all day, but Oliveira does lose one of them. The other Adept comes back in from the gold base. 8 probes go down. Make it 9, and... I really commiserate for Hero right now, guys. I know Hero will have a smile on his face being like, well, I got the worst end of that, but I would be tilted if I was in issues because I'm like, who doesn't scout, goes for an expand build off Marine Reactor, then goes like, you go 3 Marines into 2 Reapers and a Hellion? Like, what is that pressure? Nobody does that. But that's exactly why it worked so well. People usually are only watching for a random set of units walking across the map if it's like reactor first or something like that. And that was, or if it's double gas, 1 base opening with the really quick factory where it's like, 3 Reapers, 2 Hellions, but he just wasn't foreshadowing any of that. And as a result, Hero was not able to read it. He's now going to try and recover with a 2nd gold base, Twilight, and some more gateways. I think he's going to play Blink. I actually think he should play Charge here and go super all in because he is so far behind. Even with that gold base mining, I really feel like he's just in so much trouble. Even this 8 Marine drop will be a nightmare to deal with. Oracles can turn on the lasers, and guess what? The medevac just picks the units back up. Oh, man. Focusing the battery first of all. Great play here by Oliveira. Notice he just clicks those Marines on that. Recall comes in on the Adepts, I imagine. Actually, it's the Oracles. They were close enough. They could have just flown here. And he turns on the lasers, which can force it to lift, but... Oh, man, this is so awkward. He's draining energy. Every second that medevac sits here, the Oracles are losing efficacy. And they finally turn their lasers off, but now the army arrives. One of them can't be used. The other one doesn't have enough energy to be used right now. And oh my god, one of the Stalkers falls. Another one almost goes down. Hero in big trouble. I really feel like this is one of Oliveira's best matchups. PvT, he's so good in this matchup. The Oracles come in. One of them dies instantly. One of them is putting out a crazy amount of damage. The probes are forced to fight. Hero might be able to defend if he can pull the probes away. He's going to pull the probes away. Oh no, he's going to lose so many probes. Oh, a Pyrrhic victory here for Hero. He survives the push. But does he survive? He looks around at the many wounds across his torso that are now infected, and he goes, yeah, we got some penicillin? Some medicine, maybe? He goes, no, but I can... The doctor's basically the same guy who chops up the meat for dinner. Yes, he's the literal butcher. He says, I can help you. I've got a cleaver. I can chop your limbs off. Hero says, this is not looking good. Meanwhile, Oliveira's like, I traded a bit of army. I now have 5 barracks, factory, starport, 2 bases full. All my upgrades are lining up to finish in a minute. And you've got 2 oracles and a handful of blink stalkers, which I don't care how good your micro is. There's just not much you can do here. As Hero, he's down 11 workers. Double gold base is good. It's not that good, man. It is not that good. I wouldn't have minded him recalling more probes out of the main to here. Because, of course, he's rallying probes across the map right now. But here we go. Oh, he gets stim! Oh, sorry, guys. He blinked in. Gets stim and the reactor on the starport. Oh, just when I count him out, he gets combat shields as well. Hero with the big donger plays. Oh, my God. I can't believe it. And he canceled the 3rd command center, apparently. Oh, so he blinked. Sorry, I missed that for like a good 10 seconds. He blinked in, canceled the command center, and then got stim and shields and got out. Wow. Talk about value. He's still down in workers, though. But that's going to buy him time. And that means you got to keep probing as Hero. Hero is so eager to get up to 8 gateway charge production. But he actually desperately needs more workers, like very desperately. He's supply blocked on 77 right now. He's going to recall some units over here as a marine drop comes in. He pulls the probes away. Oh, he's going to get it. Oh, Blink is a very good ability, isn't it? Does manage to take down all of that. Very well done. Gets a medevac. Oliveira may be screwing the pooch right now. He went 5 barracks, which usually commits you to a 2 base all in. But then he built a 3rd command center. And then he lost the 3rd command center and stim while having an abundance of units, but just lazily leaving them all on the natural, not realizing Blink was a threat. This is the sort of situation you look back on this game as Oliveira and you go, dude, if I lose this game, I really threw it away. Because look, even after all that damage and things going terribly, he's still way ahead. But the game should be over in his favor by now. He should have absolutely wrecked Protoss face by this stage. Now we've got those 3 mineral lines going. Unfortunately, this one's going to lose some mineral patches, guys. Gold bases mine out so quick. You lose your 4 mineral patches so quickly. And Hero, I'd like to see him take another base and just do nothing but basically warp in Zealots and look for the base trade. So what you want to do is probably go Dark Shrine. But essentially, yeah, base trade with Zealots. So when he moves out, you want to backstab with a lot of Zealots, dive in with your Stalkers and try to focus down critical infrastructure, often orbitals, if you're going for the DT base trade. Otherwise, just basically doing crazy damage and initiating the base trade using your mobility. It looks like he's going to try and set up for the Zealots around, though. He wasn't sure which way Oliveira was going to push, so he's got a lot of Zealots coming in from both sides. A lot of the Zealots aren't there just yet. The Stalkers take some big tank shots on the back. Good blink back by him. Let the Zealots clean up those tanks. The Oracles do go down. The Stalkers are trying to hide, which is absolutely what he should do. Yeah, he blinks past, gets one of the medevacs. And that is actually a brilliant fight for Hero. Look at that unit's lost tab. Oh my god. I mean, there's a 3rd command center, so Oliveira is still in this game with a fighting chance. But this should have been game over. And the world champion, obviously people will be out there, the naysaying, saying, oh, he fluked the world championship. See, he's a baddie. He's not even good at StarCraft. Oof, walks into a stasis trap there. The scan just barely missing that one. 4th Nexus going up. I still think he's an absolute beast of the game. This is the semifinals of the weekly cup. And man, Hero is just a monster, dude. He's a monstrous, monstrous boy. Uses the double gold, gets a 4th. He's playing nothing but Zealot Archon. He's still got just a handful of Stalkers for Antia. He's trying to make Archons. He makes 3 High Templar. He'd already made 3, so that is a total of 6. Enough even number to make that. Stalker's got to get out of there. Good blink back. Every stim that goes down, it's a little bit less medevac energy, a little bit less durability for the future. Taking the base on the left is Oliveira. Interesting. Now, I would definitely be thinking about trying to sneak drops out if I was Oliveira, but that last one on the backside, he lost the dropship, and now I think he's second-guessing himself. But I mean, if you go with like 2 medevacs, like this is just, oh my god, Hero's going for it. Mass Zealot Stalker Archon with +1 armor upgrade. My god, the tank's shelling on the Archons, but they do very little damage versus Zealot Archon. Oh man. Okay, great positioning on the top left side. There's only 1 or 2 Zealots fighting that bio at a time. He pulls behind the bunker. Oliveira desperately trying to hang on. The bio on the left actually managed to survive. I cannot believe it. The Archons are falling. He gets the Archons. He loses 15 SCVs. He survives though. Wait, he GG's? I mean, I guess he knows there's a 4th base up behind it. And Oliveira, oh man. Talk about dropping the ball. Hero. The God Protoss fights back from an impossible situation. It takes game 1. Alright guys, a crazy comeback there for Hero. Top left side now of Babylon, sending one of his very first workers across the map. The Urubu runs away in fear, hasn't seen a robot before. Oliveira in the bottom right side. Now this can block the barracks if he gets there in time. Yeah, he's going to block the barracks. Let's see how quick Oliveira pulls another SCV. That's a good 2-3 second delay on that barracks. Now that you might not think that's a lot, but it makes a big difference because now the barracks isn't in the wall off. If he wants to float it there, that's going to delay things a lot. So this messes up the Terran opening. Obviously, I mean, you're sacrificing a lot of minerals yourself, but it allows you to check if you're being proxied from as early as possible. And there we go. Probe dancing around. Probe's going to rotate. Ooh. Good micro. Being very annoying. Spots the double gas opening right from the start. Gets a few more hits on this guy building the refinery. And of course, the gas probes are usually the most exposed probes. Gets another hit. Gets it down to 10 hit points. Good micro. No second gas opening this time for Hero. Just going to go for that cyber core wall off and send a probe down to take the Nexus at the same time. Looks like the probe getting chased by the SCV pretty relentlessly, yet he keeps his shields up. Oh, another SCV has to get pulled to repair. 2 even. That probe doing its job very well. Oh, he's going to get it. He gets it. Oh, Hero sticks up the middle finger as he leaves that base, and Oliveira is going to be a little bit triggered. He already threw away a massive advantage in the last game. We were having a bit of a discussion between games with my Twitch chat as I cast this, and you know, people were like, man, gold bases are so broken. I was kind of like thinking about it because I was like, well, it was a pretty big, you know, lead that he let slip away from himself. So what went wrong? And I mean, he did go 5 barracks before 3rd command center, but then kind of just sat there waiting, like didn't really commit to the big 2 base push. He had plenty of units and was just way out of position for the Blink Stalkers. That's another big one, which we already mentioned. But something we didn't mention as much as we probably should have is he kept building siege tanks. And why was he building tanks against a guy who had a gold base? I mean, it's Hero. He's very likely to take the 2nd gold base. He does it all the time. But even with just 1 gold base, what's Protoss going to do? Especially after taking that early damage. They're going to play Charge Zealots. Every single time. Gold base, Charge Zealots. It's, you know, you don't have to be a rocket scientist. You don't have to be a genius to put 2 and 2 together. There's only really 1 super heavy mineral unit that Protoss has. That's Charge Zealots. So just going for the heavy Zealots was predictable, and as a result, you should be building Widow Mines. They counter Zealots really hard, whereas siege tanks are countered by Zealots very hard, and yet Oliveira kept building the unit that was countered. So a big mistake by him in that last game. We'll see if he can fix things up this time around. He's got a starport on the way, a Cyclone. 2 Reapers poking around, but with an Adept on the high ground in the main. Stalker in the natural. Reaper's not going to find any damage. Now, what's interesting is this is a robo build this time around. So, Hero's playing like 2 base Colossus, probably. He could go for an early Warp Prism if he gets 2 more gateways right now. There we go. So he's going to get Observer, and then he's going to go for Warp Prism right after that. And he's going to go for like a 4 Stalker drop. He's just going to poke around, picking off SCVs, microing with the Warp Prism, being annoying. And he'll still probably go Colossus behind that, but this gives him 100% information. He can't really be surprised by what the opponent's doing. He's actually even going 2 Observers. No, he cancels the 2nd one and starts an Immortal. What? Okay, I mean, I guess he's playing against a very 1 base he plays, so he's like, oh yeah, just play safe this way. The Adept and the Stalker need to hit the Cyclone. Cyclone's the high damage dealer. That's the unit he's got to click on. Nice focus fire for Hero. And look at that, doesn't take any real damage. Cyclone has to back away. Reapers will rotate to the main. He's going to let him come in. I think he's going to let him come in. It looked like Hero was trying to let him hop into the base so he could trap him so he couldn't get out, but the Robo didn't get spotted just yet. Banshees are on the way. Oh man, already seeing that with Observers is going to be so big. Unless Hero F2s this home because the Reapers poke in. It's the only way I see this Banshees getting big damage done. Banshee's there. He sees it. He's like, oh, okay. So this is a great position to be in now. What? Forge Twilight before Robo? Hero, what is this build, man? I've seen people play this recently, and I'm always grossed out by it. Dude, to be building a Robo and not going Colossus, and then just go Blinken +1 on 2 base, it feels like way too much tech on 2 base. Like, you need a 3rd base to do all of that. If he takes any damage from the Banshees, he's going to be in big trouble. He's got 2 Stalkers and an Observer, plus a battery in the main, which is good. And he's getting his +1 armor and charge? Wait. Does he think this is an all-in? I guess it could be a big scary push for Oliveira. He did see the factory was still in the tech lab. Interesting. So he's basically just saying, hey, if I know he's going to do a tank push. Oh, he knows this push is coming. Okay, yeah, he read that really well, because I forgot Oliveira doesn't realize he's scouted. Oliveira doesn't know about the Robo. If he knew he was scouted, there's no way he'd be committing to this as hard. But he's committing so hard, and if charge zealots kick in, you're going to smash it. But it's not ready just yet. Stalkers and the Immortal are going to try and buy time. He's got sentries here and a battery. I don't think he needs any of this. I think he should just be doing nothing but making zealots and chrono boosting charge, and this is the easiest victory of his life. But right now, Hero is going in many different directions at once. He does snap the Cyclone. That's a lot of units coming forward. I'm still iffy about the sentries. A weird choice there. Oh, that tank coming forward. Battery overcharge goes down. Nice play here. Charge is still 30, 40 seconds away. He hasn't been chronoing it at all. And if he lets the bunkers get up, that's going to be a very real problem. Oh, he's got a prism, so he can just flank it though. Oh, this should be an easy break. Especially if he initiates by dropping the Zealot, then the Immortal, and then A moves down the ramp at the same time. Easy break. But he's got to break it right now before the bunkers finish, or it's going to be much more costly. There's no reason to wait for charge here. He should just go right now before the bunkers finish. He's going to wait for charge. Okay, very dicey decision in my opinion, because this means your 3rd base is going to be so delayed. He drops an Immortal and a Zealot. He gets a Siege Tank rallying across the map. Great catch for Hero. It's 2 base versus 2 base, but with a 3rd command center finishing behind this for Oliveira. And the Vikings! Who rallies Vikings off a reactor into this push? Who does that? Who does that? Apparently Oliveira, because he knows he wants to snap the Prism. He's still going to lose this push. Of course, the Zealots will get just massively positive trades on that. But look at that. The Banshees are like, hey, you don't have Blink. We can kind of dance around, pick off that Immortal. And, they could have moved down to the right, and they would have both escaped. As it is, Oliveira will have to pull home and just turtle up for a while. He's still rallying tanks on the map. Oliveira, get out of there, buddy. 3rd command center is finishing. He's got Stim on the way, but his 2nd and 3rd barracks are only now building. He's also building 2 Liberators. Oliveira is playing weird craft right now. It's very hard for Hero to read. Where is Hero's 3rd base, guys? Is Hero going for an all-in? Looks like Hero's just going to go and try and break him, but I don't know why Hero hasn't taken a 3rd yet. This is bizarre. The way he's choosing to play this game is this is the strangest game from both players. I mean, he's trying to kind of like counter his opponent's style, but look at this. Oliveira's like, yeah, you have 8 gateways. I'm going to wall off with 3 bunkers, landed Vikings. I'm going to use 1 Liberator to turtle up here. I don't know if he finished the other lib or not. Apparently he did. I don't know where it is. Looks like it's going to go harass around the back door. I mean, Zealots should still smash this, especially if he can come in from the left and drop Immortals on the tanks, but the Vikings are in the air. Oh god, if he loses the Immortal Archon in there, that could be massive. There's just no damage for Oliveira. If he just goes right now, it should be a free win, especially if he can wall off there. He's got to wall off the left side as well. He doesn't have a full wall, Oliveira. If he walls off, he'll be solid. Hero's overthinking it right now. Don't wait for +1, man. Oh! Oh, he gets the Prism! The Prism unloads, but he kills it. Hero, you gotta go. Oh man, the thing is the full wall off's up now. There's only a tiny opening, I think, on that left side for Zealots to slide through. The Liberator's gonna come in. Hero starts storming at 3rd base. Hero could have started this 3rd base immediately after shutting the push down. I actually think he should have ferried a probe out and started a 3rd on the top while defending the push, because that push was never going to do well. He was so prepared against it. Dude, this is crazy. Oliveira had such a good scenario in game 1, drops trousers, trips over and falls in his own poo hole. Meanwhile, game 2, Hero has all the information he needs to shut things down, and yet Oliveira is able to just build a wall, block his counterattack, and now Hero's like, I guess I'll play a macro game, but it's a really bad one. I think he should double expand. If he's going to do this, he's got to just buy time, and double expanding's going to be the way to do it. But look at this. Oliveira comes in with the Vikings, sees the quick recall, doesn't even land, and just flies away. Nice moves by Oliveira. He's going to pick up for a double drop. Double observer spotting it. There is no way that gets through. 1-1 upgrades have been done. So it's actually a massive upgrade lead for Protoss right now, but no blink. He's got no mobile anti-air. Vikings are going to get at least 4 or 5 probes. Ooh! Oh, slick damage, man. 7. Looks like 7. The battery came in big. Once he lost a few of those Vikings, the last one couldn't really get through. But 7 probes when your economy already sucks. And Oliveira wisely has not moved out of his natural. He's going to stim some Marines down, trying to get the observer on the left side. He will get it. Meanwhile, double drop on the left coming in. Hero does not. He's already used recall. He's already used recall. And I don't know if a Zealot Warpin can deal with that. He sends some Zealots forwards, but oh, he leaves the 3rd mineral line mining because he's so busy trying to defend with probes. And 1 or 2 Zealots warping in at a time. Oliveira punching his way out of the grave. He throws game 1 and goes Super Saiyan game 2. What the hell, man? This is such a weird series that we have on our hands. Oliveira gets 8 probes, a ton of damage, killed so many warping and Zealots. He's at 60 workers. Look, he's trying to build another wall. I don't know if we're watching Spirit or Oliveira right now. I think he should keep all of his tanks here. Moving to the low ground's a terrible idea. Oliveira, this is a terrible idea right now. There's no reason to secure that 3rd. He's got so much EMP, though. The EMP will blast these Archons, but his bunkers aren't ready. I think this is a big mistake for Oliveira. I do think it's a big mistake. This is the one way Hero could still kill him. He's still up 40 army supply. Oh, no! EMPs need to be massive, and they are pretty damn big. Storm Drop comes in, but doesn't get the massive hits. The bunkers and wall off is kind of just buying time. The tanks and the libs doing crazy work. Down 40 army supply. Now the army supply is much more even. All he's got left is a pack of ghosts. But a few Archons, a few Stalkers and Zealots, not enough for Hero. Hero is continuing to just make more Zealots and a War Prism. He's not probing. He's not taking a 4th base. I really think if Hero takes a 4th, he might be able to work his way back into this game. But it's Oliveira who's actually got the long-term outlook right now. Oh man, here we go. He's going to take out that orbital if he's not careful. Oliveira has to lift the orbital, but he will get it back down. I mean, Hero right now is absolutely clicking with his Protoss prick. If you know what I'm talking about, he's got his laser pointer firmly in his hand, and he will not let go. But I think he needs to. I think taking a 4th base is the right play. Making Zealot Archon into a guy who's already shown mass Ghost, like, he's got the counter to your army comp. He's hoping to catch him when he doesn't have many EMPs yet, but they've all regenerated. There's 6 EMPs available, guys. And I think 6 EMPs available will be enough to deal with this. He EMPs most of the Zealots. The Archons disappear. Oh my god, the Archons get smashed. The tanks do go down. The Zealots got on top there very nicely. Stalkers take out the Liberator. But Hero gets a few SCVs. That Zealot on the right side doing work. He now makes probes, gases. He builds his like 6th Warp Prism of this game. He's lost 4 Warp Prisms, guys. He's building Warp Prism number 5. Starts a 4th base on the top. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is a tough game because 2-2's coming in. Terran still has a fully saturated 3rd mineral line. You've got the bio count growing. The ghosts are gaining value over time. You got a good medevac count, about to be 6. Even though these ones are very dry on juice, as long as you keep that healing up, the longer this goes, you've got kind of a lot of things progressing you to the next stage of the game. And a lot of the Protoss arsenal low on hit points, way down in supply. 4th command center's on the way. Just continuing to upgrade and make bio will get the job done. I also love these 2 Vikings. If your opponent's relying on Storm, 2 Vikings plus an EMP will smash that Storm drop out of the sky very quickly. It'll take the Vikings 2 shots. The first shot will almost kill it. It's the second shot from those 2 Vikings, the second volley, I should say, that will actually take him out. Immortal on the way here. Hero needs to be going for Robo Bay and Disruptors. Like, he's in such a bad spot. He's going to try and do a Zealot Storm drop. No blink still. So he still has no air control ability or anything like that. No micro ability. That's why I really think Robo Bay is kind of necessary. But he feels like, hey, it's a small map. He's going to come counter push me at any moment. Little does he realize that Oliveira is like, dude, just survive. Be patient. I don't need to force the issue. I'm playing Hero. This man is permanently aroused, and all you need to do is not give him an opportunity to find that satisfaction that he's always looking for. +2 armor upgrade will finish for Hero, but 2-2 has already finished for the Terran player. So still, the upgrade advantage from earlier in the game that Hero had has disappeared. And we've got the Warp Prism going around that top right side. Command center coming down to land on the 4th base. We've got the Zealots moving in. 2 Widow Mines are set up. You definitely don't want to commit in unless you're doing something else at the same time. Stormy droppy. Oh, no, no. Get out, get out, get out. Hero, put it back in your pants. Put it back! Put it back in your pants! Ah, Hero. Not known for his caution. Actually manages to take out those 2 Marauders. That's kind of cool. He's looking for more. Damages some Marines, but does lose the Storm drop. Yeah, he idled it in vision and gave Oliveira a few valuable seconds to respond. Big mistake. Second Robo Bay being forced here out of Hero. And Hero will need a 5th base, guys. So this is a mistake a lot of players make in these messy games, is they start expanding at a normal rate. And the thing is, well, normal for where you are in the game, game time wise, does not make sense, because you've been mining your main and natural way longer. Sorry, not game time wise, but just the rest of where you are. You need a 5th base because your main and natural are mining out completely at this point. You need extra mineral lines opening up very quickly, even though you're not really at the late game tech just yet. You just, otherwise your income's going to drop. Big storm, man. 5 Viking. Why has he got 5? Did he just assume there was going to be Colossus? I think he did. I think he's like, wait, where are the Colossus? Oliveira hasn't really been scouting that much. So, I mean, it shuts down the Warp Prism. There's still a lot of High Templar in the spread, and Hero might be able to actually do okay here. He's only got 1 Robo producing, though. I feel like he hasn't control grouped in both. He has. He's really got to be pumping Disruptors 2 at a time, but maybe that supply block on 196 hurting him a little bit here. He's got to keep these High Templar spread, but remember, this man loves to F2. Oh, Widow Mines! Just got a giant splashy on him. And now he's another giant MP. As I said, he loves to F2. He clumps his High Templar way too much. Hero, why is he attacking right now? He just got to a really good army. And he shoves his army in. Oliveira EMPs the whole thing. The Zealots on the right made a pretty good account of themselves. But at the end of the day, even with 2-2 versus 2-2 here, even upgrades, EMP, Bio Ghost, Medevac trade so well. And Hero, this game has just been him trying furiously to jam his army in for victory. And I mean, a patient commander reaps the rewards. Patient farmer can sow many seeds and harvest many crops. But a man that just bloody chucks a bunch of seeds on the ground and then F's off and hopes something will happen of it. Not necessarily the one who's going to get the victory. And don't get me wrong, Hero is very good at finishing games in ways other players wouldn't. We saw it in game number 1 as well, right? But here, this is not working out for him. The Archons and the Zealots getting hammered by those Widow Mines. He doesn't have any way of punishing a retreating army. No Stalkers blinking forward and taking out the Medevacs. He doesn't even have the detection to clean up these Widow Mines correctly. He's going to have to use Disruptor shots for that. And with no ability to secure a 5th base, he's on the losing end of these trades now. Got 3-3 upgrades finished. Up against 2-2. No upgrades on the way for Hero. He's stuck down 2 upgrades. And with EMP, I feel like, you know, you've already got a far superior composition. Trying to build ghosts, since a lot of the ghosts did go down. Yet another denial on that 5th base on the right side. And Hero is still, I mean, he's got Blink now, but he doesn't have a single Stalker on the map. So drop it going into the main will be effective. Disruptor shots missing. Widow Mines finally does take it down. Army rotating to the south, drop in the north. Ooh, and there's just no way to punish it. He can drop all day. I can dance all day. Right now, I don't know if it's Oliveira or FPS Doug, because he can just drop all day. He's got his knife out. He's running fast. Oh, big ball lands on Oliveira's army. Maybe it is FPS Doug. Oh, not able to multitask there. Just staring at the one headshot he was trying to get in the main base, perhaps. A big disruptor shot lands. And there we go. Marine Marauder trying to still do something with the drop. The army on the front, if you can call it that, the dregs, I should probably say, actually get a depower the second Robo and get a disruptor. That's huge. He's got to repower that right now. The drop comes in behind. Oliveira in the rear with the gear right now. Hero right now says, get out of my rear with that gear. I did not give you permission to be in this base. He's just going to YOLO it. Yeah, Hero's like, screw this. I don't have things that shoot up. This sucks. Warping a few Zealots at home and just go for the big YOLO. I don't think there's any way that works. Look at the EMPs. Oh my God. Great disruptor shot. There is no way you go into that setup with an EMP'd army. The drop in the main does get cleaned up for the most part. 1 Marauder, 2 Marines escape to go to the 4th. Hero just looks like he's trying to force something right now to happen. And without proper defense at home, it makes it easy for Oliveira to say, just survive at home, survive at home, survive at home. Look at this. Liberator Ghost coming forward. Disruptor gets a Widow Mine. But Hero's economy is so bad. So even when he finds these trades, he's always so overly committed to the push it feels like he's making Oliveira's decision-making incredibly simplistic. Oliveira's just like, yep, I know what to do, man. I've been in this sort of game against you many times before. I know that you have no chill. I just gotta hang on. Since Terra and SCV go down, the Disruptors are finding some good siege damage. But remember, down double upgrades, as these Liberators move north, it's gonna need a lot of Stalkers to take them out. Takes out another Sensor Tower. Ooh, a few Marauders and Marines get taken out. 5th base finally being taken up top. Hero's Micro is fantastic. Never count him out of the game. But I just see the lack of probes in production, the lack of upgrades or extra tech coming in. And it feels like he's definitely kind of going, at some point, he's going to lose patience. And he's going to see the Libs like slightly out of position and he's going to jump on it. I worry that Oliveira is not giving him a big enough opening and he's going to jump into a very bad engagement. There we go. The Libs are very exposed up front. Gets one of them, gets some good damage done. It looks like a total of 4 Liberators have died this game. And catching him out of position, landing Disruptor shots while picking off the Libs. So the idea is the Disruptors chase off the ground army, and then, you know, your Stalkers blink on the Libs and take him out. But, oh, he's going to get surrounded. Watch out. Watch out, hero. He's going to try and throw these balls out. He lands a good one on the right. The one on the left does not land. The ones on the left do not land. He finally lands a good one there. But, dude, the Widowmines literally walked up and burrowed on top of his army. Oh my god, Oliveira pounces and says upgrade advantage, Liberators, and all the rest. GG, well played. Oliveira ties up the series 1-1. Alright. Well, some big slip-ups in that last game, mate. Hero down here in the bottom right side. Looking very sloppy. His opponent, Oliveira, in the top left. I want to point out now, you know, like, once again, there's another one of these games I was really looking at the replay and thinking about after that last one. I was like what? On a fundamental level, I stand by all of my critical, you know, assessment of Hero's decision making because it sucked. On a fundamental level, if you're on 2 base, first 2 base, you crush their push, you either go counterattack very hard or you expand. You either go kill them or you take an economic lead. That's like pretty much always in StarCraft, you're doing one of those 2 things, right? You're either trying to kill them or you're trying to build your economy. Hero did nothing for like 2 minutes, gave him so much time to wall off. Yeah, the Banshee distracted him, but there was almost no units left. There was like 2 Marines, a Siege Tank, and 4 Vikings. That's not going to defend a Zealot arc on counterattack at all. Even 10 Zealots moving in probably would have won the game. Like, you might be like, but there was bunkers. No, the bunkers weren't going to be finished in time if he went straight across the map. So I do think Hero really screwed up in that last game, but it is what it is. Don't want to be a broken record. We all make mistakes. But he then still had chances and just kept on not really building the economy properly and trying to force his way in. And the fact that the game was still close is a testament to his micro and his abilities. But definitely could have been a bit smoother if he did it a different way. Blind opening with a delayed SCV scout here for Oliveira. And this is actually Nexus before Cybercore. No scout for Hero. So Hero's playing a beautiful greedy build. And he's going to, I would say, get away with it because it's such a big map. You might think, well, Cybercore after Nexus, isn't that really greedy? Number 1, this is a rather long map. That Reaper will take a while to get across. Number 2, if you don't probe scout, you've got a bit more money. So your Cybercore only ends up being delayed about 3 or 4 seconds with this play. And that means 3 or 4 seconds on the Adept. Reaper will not be able to kill anything unless Hero makes a mistake. Battery in the mineral line tells us he'd like to go pressure with the Adept. And he's actually cutting probe production for this. Yeah, second Adept queues up there. So we cut about 5 seconds of probe production to get that Stargate down and everything, as well as the shield battery. Adept is looking to go across the map, but look at that Reaper. That's a sneaky Reaper. Sneaky Reaper comes in, but Adept does find it. And the Reaper doesn't get a scout. He could have got a free scout here. Okay, yeah. Oh, he was thinking it was a proxy. He's not expecting that behind the mineral line, but he gets out. Well done. Should be able to escape here. And no way that Shade catches him. Not with the ledge jump in the middle. Nice plays here by Oliveira. Sees what's going on. Knows that it's a Stargate. He's still building a Widow Mine. I don't mind 1 Widow Mine. But if you know it's Stargate, usually it's good to go into a Cyclone as quickly as possible after maybe 1 Widow Mine. And you can always guard a mineral line with the Widow Mine or put it out on the map. Hopefully the Oracle stumbles into it or the Phoenix. Twilight Council going down very quickly. Whoa! What? Is he expecting Oliveira just to do a really quick 2-base push and he wants to rush charge again to counter it? He's just going to go charge Phoenix after 1 Oracle? He's got a very quick 2nd and 3rd gate. This is fascinating. No, it's just Oracle into Blink. guess it's only, yeah, I guess single Oracle into Blink. The Twilight does go down there. Man, I am so rusty. I go away for holidays for a few weeks, and I'm just like forgetting how StarCraft builds work. This is great. I feel like I've got virgin StarCraft eyes, gang. Oh no, that's what I was talking about. That's a huge win for Oliveira. The big catch on the first Oracle. That means you've got no scouting, no information. The Adept's going to go across the map to try and get some info. If that walks into this Widow Mine as well... Okay, luckily it's going north. But still, man, that's so... He doesn't know what the follow-up is. He has no idea. Hero hasn't seen anything in this game. And now he's kind of just like, oh god, what's happening? He's having to put probes out here to try and see what's happening. And the thing is, he's going to have Blink Stalkers, but no way to get on the high ground either. These 2 Widow Mine investment paying off for Oliveira as he goes into a second and third barracks. And not only that, he's going straight into reactors, no tech labs on the starport and the factory, which means he's very weak to like a 4-gate Blink aggression. But this is the one time where it's just 3-gate into defensive nexus. Hero, and now with and losing the Oracle, like there's no threat of him blinking in your main. Oliveira has a brilliant opening against what Hero is doing here. And oh, the Widow Mine catches the Adept as well. Proxy gate forward on the map. So he is looking poised to do 4-gate Blink aggression, but it's not fast. It's super duper late. And the thing is, if you're hitting only after they've already got Stim, Combat Shields, Marines, Marauders, Medevacs out, well, Blink Stalkers just aren't going to cut the mustard, man. They're not good enough. Against this. Now, he's missing a bit of bio production here is Oliveira. You can see he's kind of very focused on SCVs and upgrades right now. Those barracks idling for a dangerous amount of time. I've got to be worried watching that, mate. There we go. Finally, those 2 Marauders start up. The 8 Marine drop loads up and just chills. Looks like a misclick from Oliveira. He's going to send that. Oh, he's waiting for the double drop. Okay. He's going to try and double drop. The Adept will probably see it coming. But if that hits right as... Oh... He's planning Mass Zealot Stalker with no upgrades. Hero's blind, so he's like, well, I just got a mass basic gateway units, which if he catches the double drop, great position for Hero. If he doesn't see that, moves across the map, and the drop comes in, he could be in the doo-doo. And if this doesn't get spotted by the Adept, oh my god. If that even gets unloaded in the main with no Zealots available or charged just yet, Stalkers blinking into this will get hammered by Stim Bio. Shields will be ready in about 20 seconds. I don't know if it's there just yet. Oh, he warps in at the front. Uh-oh. And okay, he's got a shield battery, luckily, left over from the early game, but already 2 probes go down. Where's that focus fire? He's going to take out these 2 pylons. Oh, focuses that one down. Battery tries to heal it at the last second, but look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Stalkers blinking on top. They will take out the medevacs, but oh, man. Oh, he's not even letting the Zealots through. Oh, no, he's losing so many Stalkers. Irreplaceable units there. I mean, he will clean this up and you can say, well, good trade for him. No, it's not, man. He already lost 3 pylons, half of his production. His strategy is revealed, which tells his opponent to go for Widow Mines now. Another pylon goes down. Oh, the Widow Mine decides to friendly fire those units. Nice move by Euro, baiting that one. And that Widow Mine does get burrowed. It's going to get a juicy shot off. Good chase down by Hero, who needs this damage right now. Remember that his charge got depowered as well. The Widow Mine drop gets caught. Oh, Hero relentless right now. And he can just blink to bait that one. Oh, very nice moves by Hero. Back in control of this game now. He's got to repower that charge. He's not repowered charge! Hero, wake up! He's probing for once. What I was asking for, he's not repowering. Oh my god, you can't get a probe there, mate. He kept trying to build the pylon there, but that's walled off. You need to build it there. And over here, yes. Oh no, he must have tried to put it down there multiple times and not realized it's not going down because you can't get a worker in there anymore, man. It's walled off. Zealot Stalker pulling back. These are slow Zealots, mate. They've rocked up to the war zone without their winter boots on, or any boots at all. They're barefoot soldiers. It's not going to do well. 4th and 5th barracks are coming up here. +1 attack is done. +1 armor on the way for, of course, Oliveira. SCV gets picked off on the command center. Baits a stim, pulls out. It's free damage. Robo's starting, but Robo 4th base. Hero basically needs to tread water on unupgraded Stalker Zealot for the next 4 minutes until he gets any meaningful splash damage out. Right now it's 8 minutes. About 11:30. Can you really hold that long? At least 3.5 minutes he's going to need to get out anything else. He can't fight front on till then. And things like this Widow Mine drop. He sees it. Does he see it though? The Zealot Stalker goes for a bust. Oh man, but look at that. You can't get in there. You can't get in there. Oh no. Run. Okay, good reaction by Hero so far. He splits a few probes up. He'll take a Widow Mine or 2. The armory's now finished. He doesn't have observers just yet. Oh, God. Oh, God. No, no, no. He's so slow on the pull. Oh, my God. 9 probes go down there. Hero, you got to pay attention to this. You can't keep trying to micro on the front at the same time. But you know he was because he's Hero. And he always clicks with that laser pointer of his. He always, yeah, you know, he tries to force it. Widowmine's in the 3rd base. Are they able to fire a second time? No, barely not. Widowmine went down there. There's still a Widowmine in the main base, though. And that one will fire on a stacked up mineral line. Here comes the army. He does not have any tech off the Robo. It's just Zealot Stalkers. Robo base, second Robo starts up. Widowmine in the main barely goes down in time. Great handling by Hero. That could have been a lot worse. 3rd base is up and mining for Oliveira, but he doesn't have a 4th on the way. He does start his +2 weapons using that armory. I love it. Not enough players go single upgrades. He's actually got a 2nd engineering bay. He just didn't have the money to start the +2. And here we go. It feels like Hero is buying space for himself, buying room for himself. Still a scary point in this game. We're getting close to 10 minutes. He has not started a single Colossus, Disruptor, or High Templar. It's just Zealots and Stalkers. And you can see Hero is positioning preemptively for a sort of backstab base trade maneuver, knowing that fighting front on is a fool's errand. So very wise of him to play this way. And oh, good on burrow by Oliveira. Attention to detail there. Now there is a Liberator there on the 3rd and the natural. They will eventually stop this counterattack. This is going to prompt him to shove even harder. Stalkers coming in right now. Zealots run past the Liberator. Stalkers dive on that one. Good choice by Hero. He knows he's in the dumpster right now. He knows he's got to go for something scrappy like a base trade, but oh man, the Stalkers don't have high ground vision. Okay, he finally blinks one in. Okay, Stalkers are in on top of the production. That's a huge move. Disruptors are coming out in the main. Oh, in the natural. He does not want Disruptors here, but you know he's going to move it forward. Big ball! Big ball! Oh my god, he hits nothing! Oh, I don't know if I want to compliment Oliveira on the spread or criticize Hero for the way he moved that Disruptors into the middle. But that was where Oliveira was spreading from, and it hit absolutely nothing. Could have at least hit all the Widow Mines on the right side. Oh, can he at least force a draw? I don't think so, because the army's just better quality. Stalkers and Zealots with +1 attack versus Bio that's going to get a +2 upgrade finishing. And can you believe it? The +2 finishing as the bases fly off. Command Center's trying to get out. One of them will hide in the corner, which means it's definitely not game over. Oliveira will be able to slowly rebuild, especially if he saves an SCV to build depots. The probes trying to get out of here. Hero's like, okay, you guys need to get out on this map to rebuild stuff. But just a few units finding them will spell disaster. Stalkers will find this other orbital, and I think they can settle on fire before it gets to the edge, especially if he blinks, and he does. +2 armor should go down before it finishes. The probes try to escape. Looks like the Widow Mines have 5 kills and the Bio doing the rest of it. All the probes are dead. That's every single probe, which means these buildings out here will be the last ones on this map. Stalkers do manage to set the orbital on fire. But still one in the top left, and many barracks and a factory surviving over there. So now Hero needs to use his micro alone. 19 Stalkers, 14 Zealots to take this out. And I remember the lesson we learnt many years ago. I learnt it watching Classic in 2016, playing PvT, when he went 1 Oracle into 1 Void Ray, 1 Colossus as his PvT opening. And the rule was never lose the Oracle. You have to be so careful. If it flies into a Widow Mine, you always lose the game. I feel it's very similar. If you play Oracle into Blink, it is so bad to lose that first Oracle. And Oliveira putting that Widow Mine out front the base. He got a massive payoff for a small investment. He then caught the Adept and was able to block Hero at every turn. Hero just hasn't had much information in this game, and scans, takes out 1 observer, 2 observers. The Zealots try to come forwards. The Widow Mines say, welcome to Boomtown, bitch. Take out all the Zealots. The Stalkers are going to try and micro their heart out, but the Bio is just too large. They're too in charge. Those Stalkers are going to do what they can. I mean, he's got to fight into it, but Oliveira's like, okay, come fight into it, dude, to save these last 2 buildings. Hero knows he can't win that fight, and Oliveira claws it back to win 2-1. GG, well played.